Hello all of my friends, come back again with me today. On my video this time today, I'm going to show you how to make something a bread with spices but sweet. So you must be wonder what is spice but sweet. So don't forget to watch my video until the end and give me a thumbs up, and else please click ring button below so that you could get a notification whenever I have a new video for you. So let's get to know what is the exact ingredients and how to make it. So let's get to my kitchen. This is all of the ingredients to make the dough. I have a large mixing bowl here and I put in 400 grams of the bread flour, and we have here pinch of salt and a tablespoon of sugar and also 2 teaspoons of yeast, and I put it together into the flour and we're going to mix them together until they're combined. And for the liquid, I'm using 200 ml of the fresh milk and also 2 eggs inside. Yep, there's 2 eggs, and yeah, we're going to mix them again together until they become the dough. And if you can see, there's still like maybe too much liquid and they're still sticky, something like that, we can add more of the extra flour later on. Yeah, this is kind of too much liquid, so yeah, we put a little bit more of the extra flour to help them to be a perfectly dough. And here I'm going to work the dough into the work surface and make sure they are cleaned, and I'm going to knead them with my hands palm here, with my palms hand this, and yeah, I'm going to kneading them for about 10 minutes or so to let them smooth and elastic. And this is a little bit of messy. Yes, this is a mess, so don't worry, and a little bit of hard work, but trust me with the result, it's really good. And if there is still a stick, then you can just put some of extra flour again, something like that, and times 2 times to help them to not stick too much into the hand, something like that. And yeah, we'll continue to knead them until they're smooth. Look, they're looking like elastic, something like that, but it's still sticky. So I put more flour. And it's like we are washing the clothes or so. This is what we got until it look like so elastic and smooth. And I'm going to put the butter. I'm using unsalted butter and it is softened. I'm using 40 grams of butter here, and we're going to mash again for the second time. I'm going to make mash again for the second time here, and continue to knead them until they are really smooth and elastic. Until it look like this, and you will see the result. We're going to make them like a ball, and you see this, it's really soft, you see it's spongy and then elastic, look. And we're going to put them into the bowl again. We let them to rest for about 30 minutes or so. So yes, we're going to put back here and put a little bit more of the flour, and let's see in 30 minutes. Alright, so in meanwhile we are waiting for the dough is rise for about 30 minutes, and I'm preparing to make a caramel, so we're using the caramel cinnamon caramel here. I'm not using just a sugar and a caramel, so this is really special. It's because I don't want to taste that sugary in the bread, something like that, so I'm using a caramel. So I make a caramel here. I heat the stuff here and I put the sugar into the saucepan. This is 200 grams sugar, and also I put in the water 200 ml. So we'll wait for them until they are boiling, really boiling, and turn into the brown color, something like that, and until amber color. And also here is another saucepan. I'm going to put the milk, 200 ml of milk, as well as the cinnamon, a tablespoon cinnamon. Tablespoon cinnamon, and then we mix them until they're combined between the milks and the cinnamon. So yeah, we let them to boil until just they're boiling, something like that. It's not really overcooked, because the milk will be broken when they're overcooked. So because the stuff is already heat in earlier, so it's like quickly. Right, so the sugar is about turning to the brown, but we need to wait a little bit more until they are really brown. And anyway, I'm going to show you, this is the milk that we cooked earlier, milk and the cinnamon, and I stream them into the bowl, and we're going to put the milk in little by little, and to be careful, it is hot, so we mix them step by step, and we mix them until combined, and all of the milk in, it's bubbling coming out. And then I turn the heat off. They're still bubbling, they're still cooking actually, even though the heat is already off. And look at that. Stir them occasionally. Make sure they doesn't stick into the pan. And I put the butter in. I'm using 25 grams of butter here. And we stir them until they are combined and the butter is completely melted. Here is it. Here is it, our dough, after 30 minutes in the room temperature, and we're smashing them and mix them again together. And else we're going to put a little bit more of extra flour, so that to help them not to stick into my hands or else. And we're going to make again like a ball. And after this, we're going to put the dough into the fridge for about 30 minutes or so until they're chill, before we'll flat them and put the caramel into it. So yeah, here is it. You can see the texture is really smooth here. Look at that. See? Okay, we did it like a ball. And still a little bit of stick on my hand, but that's fine. Anyway, we will chill them, so it will be good. Alright, our dough, after I took out from the fridge for about 30 minutes, and it is firm, so I prepared the baking paper here, And else I'm going to dust them with some remaining flour, extra flour, so the flour still helps them to not stick into my hands or something else, because I'm using my hand. So then here is what we are going to do. I'm going to make them into 2 pieces. So I'm going to cut them like so. Yep. And I'm going to flat them with my hands. Yeah. So it's because we don't have the roller for the dough, you know, like so I'm doing this with my hands, like I'm doing to make a pizza crust, something like that. It's because we don't have a roller to flat them, so I'm just use my alternative here. I'm using my hands like we did a pizza or something like that. So we spread them into the square, large and thinly. So here we go. Then we're going to spread the caramel into the flattened dough, and this is the caramel that we cooked in earlier, caramel with the cinnamon, and we're going to use about a tablespoon or even a little bit more or so, and to spread them, and yes, maybe a little bit more, and we spread them into the flattened dough. And we're going to roll them like this. So this is the cinnamon roll. Do be careful because it is soft. And then we're going to put them back into the fridge again to chill them for about 30 minutes or so before we are cut them and to put them into the oven. So here is our cinnamon rolls ready to cut and bake them, and I already turned the oven into 190 degrees, and we're going to bake them for about 25 or 30 minutes or so. So we're going to check them. So we cut into little pieces or different you prefer. So here is all of the cinnamon roll after I put into the tray, and I press with the egg yolk, and then it's ready going to oven in 190 degrees for about 25 minutes or 30 minutes or so. This is the result after we baked our cinnamon rolls. I hope you enjoyed my videos, and thanks for watching.